mounting structure design. Here we have a design on SriWatt. Here you can see the 3D view of the whole system. There are some potential visualization bugs that you can ignore. For example, we have a walkway given here that seems like it's not enough, but the actual design specification are to the mark. I mean, there is no issue there. So I'll take you through step by step view of how we have come to this design. I'm saving this file. Uh, so I'll go to projects. So this was the project that we uh, choose to show a representative design for. So here you can see the client name, project size, latitude, longitude, city name, type of project, rooftop, and whether it's grid tied, off grid, or hybrid. So we can see it's on grid here. Selected modules are Longi Solar and Fronius 20 kilowatt. Pro forma amount is here. The project status you can see is pre-sales. Once the contract is signed, I can change it to under construction, commissioned, or if the client shows no interest, I can put it to lost. And from here, you can pin this project as the top project. You can share the CSV of the project. You can preview what your client will see. For example, I'll click this and a new screen will open. I'm not sure you will be able to see that, but you can check it on your own trial. I'll stick to the design parts here. When you open the design studio at SriWatt.io, you can see what this preview does, what this edit does, and how you can download different PDFs and site reports, etc. You can use this message feature to message to your client, and I'll go back to the workspace. Okay, so design now. I'll because the design is already ready, it's still running. Uh, we'll use a bankable headline. You can unselect it just for smaller projects, or if you think that if your financials are already taken care of, then bankable can be unselected. So we'll go to parameters. Here you see what PV modules you are using. We have selected it here. Longi, HIMO, 665 to 690. We have selected 690 watt. You can change it here. Longi, HIMO. 690. Let me remove this Longi, which may be causing. Okay, here you have the results. We have a database of over 50,000 solar PV modules and roughly 20,000 inverters. Here is your albedo surface selection, whether it's asphalt, whether it's dark tile, whether it's generic ground, dry ground, green grass, edged concrete, sand, a white membrane roof, or fresh snow. So if you select fresh snow, you can select from here, is the snow all year, winter only, or selected months. So there you have the guard that the fresh snow based albedo won't be selected in the design for the whole year. So we'll select fresh snow because the location is in Estonia, that is part of the, it is very close to the uh, North Pole compared to the tropical areas near equator like in India. So we do receive snow in the winter months, so we'll select snow for winter month only, and we will go to next slide. We have selected furnace inverter here, two number of inverters, 20.227 kilowatt. Site temperature. Now here you see NASA power coldest month is minus 37.2. This record low ambient temperature is used for string VOC safety check, like whether your open circuit voltage exceeds the limit of the inverter maximum VOC allowed. And the climate, cold, alpine, temperate, arid. We have cold climate, so we'll keep that. Project is rooftop. Grid type is on grid, and the grid code is IEC. And this tilt you can select, uh, for different reason. We had this in one page. Now I have segmented it into parameters and results. So you no longer can play with different tilt showing different results, but good thing is in the results you always see what is the optimum temperature for your project, and accordingly, what is the optimum tilt and azimuth for the project, and you can, you know, select the best tilt for your project design. The marking is already done. I'll show you how to do the marking. I'll clear the pin here. Uh, the pin is already set here. I'll set it again, and I'll add roof pane here. So we'll click 4 different points, and this is done. Now I have all the points. I will move the point a bit here. Soon we will implement removing all this POI layer so that you can see the roof clearly visible and you don't have any issue while, setting up your. I'll add a second roof area, and I'll put an exclusion where I see there is potential obstruction here. Okay, I'll put another one. This is just for information. Okay, and similarly we'll put a third one here so that modules, sorry, I forgot to select. Okay, so we have marked 3 exclusion. You can see the list here. Roof plane is 2 and exclusion plane is 3. I'll confirm this. Now, next, we'll keep the earthing and grounding separated. Earthing bits are written here. We don't have a, so for now we are using standard rooftop mounting structure here. You can see measured area is okay, and the maximum allowable is system says. Let's go back and increase the measured area. Okay, right there. Edit boundaries. Okay, we have left some area here and here and here and here. Okay, maybe push this a little bit this side. Okay, okay. I don't think a lot of difference will be made, but doesn't matter. We will change the modules that can fit. Okay, 68 modules. Okay, let's use 68. Next, system cost is auto derived from the bill of material. Tariff is here. Whether your contract is net metering, gross metering, or self-consumption, you can select here. Whether you are using flat rate or off-peak, time of use based rate structure, you can select it here. And we have selected the peak rate, off-peak rate, and the peak window of the day is from 17 o'clock to 22 o'clock. And you can input demand charge here if you know it from the bill. We also have a demand analysis feature that you can use right here. So customer is commercial and average monthly consumption is this much. We'll go to next. We'll keep this unchanged. And here are the bill of materials that we have selected. Hybrid inverter is not required. Battery bank is not required. Mounting structure, galvanized fixed tilt rooftop is there. DC cable, you can select the sizes here. I did not input any of this. It is automatically coming from your inventory pricing. You can list all your inventory there and it is coming from there. You have SEDB, you have consultancy, shipping charges, DCDB, you have taxes and duties, and let's move to next. Now here, if you keep this on, you can also turn this off like I did now. When you turn it on, your client or your customer can see the actual design on a transparent basis. Whatever you have built in this platform, you can show them everything in their dashboard. We call it project dashboard, and they can see it. If they are happy, they can sign the contract. They can read the terms of the contract and then sign the contract after verification via OTP. And there you have it. Now we will run the design again because we have made some changes. Rerun the design running. Let's see what comes out. So we have annual yield of 52,738 kilowatt hour. Specific yield performance ratio, POA gain versus your GHI, average cell temperature, capacity factor, bifacial gain, and inverter load factor. You have bankability, mathematics based calculations output right here. P50 is expected, P90 is bankable, P95, this is the amount you can guarantee that it will reach at least this much output. Now we have clipping. Hourly verified yield is 41,938 kilowatt hour. Peak SE output is this much. Clipping loss 0. And we have actually run a true 8,760 hour simulation on real hour by hour weather data. You have ILR sweep showing two different types of scenarios. One, when you keep the PV capacity constant, and you see if you change the inverter, if you want to use a smaller inverter, then using 34 kilowatt doesn't make that big of a difference. You can see only roughly 260 kilowatt hour difference in your annual yield with 0.4% clipping losses. And if you keep the inverter capacity constant, here you can see you can increase your PV modules, number of PV modules. We have increased this up to 71, but because our rooftop area does not allow it, we will not implement this. Soon you will have ability to select whether this you can include in the design from the changes here. Then time of use, your load covered by solar is 48%, self-consumption ratio 44.1%, and exported is to 23,450 units. Bill without solar would be 7,607 euro per year. Bill with solar is 0. What a fantastic way to reduce your electricity bill and annual savings. Okay, now we go to orientation. And I was telling you, best tilt changes as you change some design parameters. So here we have at 40 degree, losses generation, you can select a chart or a table. This is monthly generation table. I'll change it back to the chart. And same way, 25-year generation chart, and you also have table for the full 25-year life of your project. Have financials here, year one saving, payback, 25-year yield, and 25-year savings. You can input project finance these numbers in the parameters and get this. What is your LCOE, NPV, IRR, simple payback, discounted payback, and lifetime operation and maintenance cost. There are some works to be done on SLD, I know, and it will be sorted in a short period of time. Worst case scenario within a month. You can change if your design says that your VOC is cable run losses are very high, then you can change the cable sizes right here. Let's say I'll show you 1.5. I'll keep the lowest to show you the warnings right here. You see, percentage voltage loss limit. Okay, now we will change to auto, and this warning will be gone. Okay, see, auto change to 10 millimeter square cable in DC main and 10 millimeter square in AC feeder, and 2.5 millimeter square in string home run. And we usually keep it at 6, but 6 is even better. Okay. Now, layout, you can see how the modules are arranged, avoiding the exclusion points we mark. So this point is not affecting our module setup. And similarly, this point is not affecting it. And this point, 3 exclusion we marked, then the module layout has been shown to follow that rule. And it shows exactly on the building where we selected our location and we mapped our boundaries and exclusion. Now specifications, full specification, rooftop structure, flat first mount. There are some things, some known bugs to be worked on the structure part, but they will be worked out on. You can download the design PDF here and see how it looks. I'll show you right here. Maybe it will not be captured, but you can ask me anytime. I'll share the design document with you. The full design PDF is available, and at the end you have IEC based single line diagram for the solar system. So the PDF based SLD is perfect. I don't see any issues there. But the UI based, the website based one is somewhat of an issue. It's an eyesore, and we'll work on it. Don't worry. Now I'll go to design mounting structure. So it is based on this particular design. Now, because we don't want to use heavy steel in this roof, we will reduce our tilt to 10-15 degree. I can also change it in the design by selecting that tilt, but let's keep it and I'll show you how we are designing the structure. So roof cladding, you have concrete roof option, RCC terrace. This is what our current location is, RCC terrace. But you can see you have other options as well, either it's waterproof membrane, whether it's standing seam, concealed fix, clip rib. You can see all the potential options you can. The roof pitch, we have a flat roof, so 0. And module plan about the deck, 0.61 meter is sheltered. Let's keep it to 3. Deck's residual dead load capacity. We'll keep this auto. Parapet, we will give a parapet of let's say 0.3 meter height. Next, we'll select the design code. The wind speed open meteor suggestion is, let's see what it comes out to be. It's definitely not going to be 45. It's the default. Let's use the real one. Could not fetch. Let's try again. It fetched last time, so maybe some network issue or some other. See, it brought us 24 meter per second. So we are now safe here. site elevation, ground slope, snow lie load, temperature extremes. This is still for 20. We got 24, so we'll keep it at. Oh, it was wind speed. I think the temperature will also have a dedicated climate data based source very soon. And this is too low. Let's keep it to somewhere around what I have personally seen there, minus 12, minus 15. Let's keep it to minus 15. Okay, so we are at minus 15. Now here you can select your table build, whether you want to keep portrait or landscape. We will keep landscape, and let's see, let's put 2 rows up the table slope. This is the weight, deck clearance to the table's low edge. Let's keep it to 3. Now you can review the parameters here, and let's use ballasted block and run the structure design. So now we have full structure result, structure design result. Design for 24 meter per second wind speed. You can see complete output here, velocity, pressure, governing uplift, dead load, your foundation, 348 kg per interior tray, section and span, your material properties here, table geometry is here, thermal and bonding, temperature swing 41 degree, free movement 90.19.2 millimeter, expansion brakes, bonding jumpers, layout, maximum density, 10-degree tilt recommended, and your 3D visualization here. The same thing that I showed you in the beginning of the. You can see modules clearly arranged in the table of 2 modules, one above the other, the same way we designed this structure for, right? The orange arrow marks the north direction, sorry, south direction. I'll need to see what it is, but I can lock the view and I can zoom in, zoom out on the page. I can go to symbol library. I can place PV modules. You have full module structure library here, and you can select, you can move, you can show the grid, you can show the satellite view on off. It is a bit far in satellite view, but it's a known bug. We will work on it to keep it on the selected uh, mass per kilowatt peak. This is somewhat on the higher side. Let's change the parameter and see how things change. Mm, let's go to parameter. Oh, it was a different design, not this one. It was this one. Bits and pieces need to be worked on, but what we have built so far is very good. We go to parameters. We kept parameter. Wind speed we got 24 from the open meteor. Yeah, I think some work need to be done, but you also get to see the risk and nodes where this model fails or has a drawback. You see it here. So give it some time, maybe a couple of weeks or more, and you will have everything taken care of. And that's it. And go to Design Studio. Mm, Here you have the inventory pricing for all the materials. And as many country you add, there's country specific pricing. For example, I added a Estonian project, the one I showed you, and now I have the prices in euro. So as many country you add, you get materials for that country seeded one time, and you can change prices later on, and the change prices stays.